I'll use Florida as an example, okay? And there's been an abundance of new construction over the last 10 years. You know, that A class now, 10 years later, is now a B class, and obviously the rents continue to go up, okay? But you've looked at the state of Florida by looking at the migration paths coming in, you look at the household income coming in. You know, average household income is $69,000 a year, and rents for a 2-bedroom are $3,000 to $3,500 now. How can you afford that as a family? But in the same time, in transitioning more into retail, well, what we found out is you still need to go to the grocery store, right? You're still going to go to get your coffee. You're still going to go to that gym. You know, those will always be constant, you know? Now you look at, you know, looking into kind of the areas that we target, well, right, that grocery could be more of a discount grocery, you know, compared to, say, you know, a more affluent area. You're going to look for the Whole Foods, you're going to look for the traders, you know. So that's kind of where we've looked at with multifamily, is you can't keep pushing rents. And even as much as we're beholden to our investors and looking for returns from our investors, we can't just raise rents on our retail tenants 10 to 20%, because they're not going to be there in a year or two. So now you're having to release, which is commissions back to the broker. You're looking at tenant improvement costs, which is a build-out cost for a new tenant coming in there. All that's taken away from your bottom line, which you can distribute to the tenant. So yes, you know, new burger place may come in and be $40 a square foot compared to $30 on the previous tenant. But how long is that burger place at $40 a foot going to stay in based off the metrics we're getting at? So it's twofold. One, it's the due diligence process, looking at that, and then it's our hold of the property, making sure that tenant's going to be there.